So I showed you how to do the shell feature. Now I'm going to show you how to create an offset work plane so that you can use to create the interior portion of the windshield. So we are going to start a new 2D sketch, and we want to start it based on this surface, but I want to bring the surface down from where it is right now. So I got to make sure I have that surface, and I'm going to click down and pull toward myself, and I want it to go 0.25 inches. So I'm creating a work surface that is a 1/4 inch off of that lowest surface of my windshield, because we're going to create the centerpiece that goes in the middle of the windshield. All right, so I've created my work plane, and I'm going to create a rectangle in the middle. And sometimes when you've created an offset work plane and you try to dimension pieces, this may take, it doesn't always recognize these lines underneath. So a way that you can make sure that it sees those lines is we're going to do what's called project geometry. So when you have an offset work plane, you need to actually click on any of the lines that you want to come forward on the work plane that you're actually working on. So you don't have to choose all the lines of your piece. You would just want to choose the ones that you plan on dimensioning to. Okay? So now we're going to go to dimension. Now I can actually grab this line and it registers that it exists. And I'm going to just go the width. These are rough numbers. I'm just doing this for tutorial purposes. These are not the numbers that you're going to use. All right, so I've created a rectangle. You're going to dimension it out nicely so it's located where it needs to be and it's the size that it needs to be. Finish sketch. And now I'm going to extrude that rectangle that I created, but you can see that this way it's extruding it downward. I don't want that. I need it to extrude upward. And you notice it just cuts right through the windshield. And that's not going to work for me. So we have a couple options. You can go extents. You can go to next, which is the one that you're going to want to use in this case. And it's going to extrude it only until it hits the lower surface of the windshield, which is what you want to have happen because that lower surface of the windshield is curved. So any portion of this rectangle will curve nicely with the lower portion of the windshield. And say okay, and you can see that it extruded right up until it came into contact with that lower surface. And then of course you can come in and shell the rectangle with the correct wall thickness to finish the piece.